whatever day, but I know it's a Friday. I'm certain it's a Friday, but it feels like a Sunday. This is crazy. I don't know. Oh, hey, Instagram, it's me, T from the Pattersons, taking the train to bed. I figured out it's a Friday, which means it's a wrap-up day. But I thought it wrapped up this morning. But that was supposed to have been a Grand Rising report. But it turned out to be you can't trust labels. That's all I'm trying to say. Plus, I'm getting it all together. Everything is falling into place. I got about another week to get. I get routines that I get. It's routines that I get to. Like for instance, I think I told you. Tell you already. I start writing my kosabas on Tuesdays usually, and I'm finishing by Thursday. Then I start reading them and rewriting them and stuff like that. And I think I even did this last one here, the ballad, the con circles. I don't know if I did that. I'll do it tomorrow. Anyway, that'll happen sometime. But I was doing some other stuff today, and you know what I did? I have the time. I don't have no responsibilities or whatever have you. I did. Oh, Nana Yarborough, how you doing? I should say, how you doing, woman? I say this all the time. Don't worry, it won't be long. It won't be long tonight. You're new to the channel, so let me just tell you, right? This is like I said. This is my living memoirs, right? That's basically what it is. It started a long time ago with my YouTube channel. It morphed into this. Then I do this, and then I transfer it to YouTube, which and before you know it, I'm archived. I'm archived in like 3 places, and that's because you're an elder and you got some knowledge. Please, sister, I wave back to you. But just start doing something, just recording it. There's no embarrassment. I'll forget that. There's so many people on the internet. They don't know. They don't know a quarter. They don't know an eighth. They don't know a 16th of and your experiences. So we need you to talk. I'm trying to get all my elders to talk because if people are not interviewing, just talk. But I might make a mistake. I don't make mistakes. Talk. You learn from your mistakes. Anyway, I got to keep on going. So I got swept up. Not really get swept up. I do have, let me put this, I say bona fides because that's the way black people sometimes talk. I know it's bona fides, but bona fides, like we used to say Target, but now we're boycotting Target, and so we can't say Target anymore. But I have bona fides in all kinds of worlds, mainly in cultural worlds, but in the hip-hop world, believe it or not, early hip-hop. But I won't get into it right now. But for the last 20, since I live in Africa, I'm in what's the name? I'm in India right now for some healing. But I live in Africa, and so I haven't really been paying attention to the hip hop scene. I don't know about beefs and nothing like that. But I hear some stuff and it's all right. I'm more into like the cultural stuff I'm doing in Africa, and also since I was at Pan African Space Station, I know a lot of music from all over the world and blah blah. I got friends and so on and so on. But this whole thing with Drake and Kendrick Lamar, I understand it started a long time ago. I did a little bit thing on it, what I understand. But what's really important about what's happening right now, because I'm a nowist. I know some people they're historians. Some people they're visionaries, whatever have you. Some people do some class analysis, and they all that stuff. But I'm a nowist. Whatever's happening now, I dig into that now as much as I can. Okay. So this is I keep a journal. I shouldn't say I keep notes, right? And since I don't have so I'm taking a lot of notes these days because that's what else can I do here in India? I'm on a healing thing, and I have plenty of time, and so I have time. So this whole thing with the Super Bowl thing, when the Super Bowl happened, we're like 10 and a half hours ahead or whatever, some ridiculous amount of time ahead. So when I was listening to this guy named Tom Grossi, and he's like old time. He gives you the play-by-play because he doesn't have the NFL permission to do do the whatever. So he does, and I just like the guy. It's funny. I like him, right? So when the halftime hits, right? I can't watch this. I'm not watching halftime. So I went and did my halftime. I did my my morning report. In that time because it was morning. So I did my Grand Rising report, and And I went over that before I had my thing. I connected actually somehow. And so I don't know anything that happened then, right? And then, of course, after everything was over, I checked out the performance. Oh, Lord, so, whoa. See, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Thing about Kendrick Lamar. Now, I don't, the only thing I heard from, I knew about, of course, Black Panther, which I'll come to that in a second. But also with that protest time, when that year that Beyonce had Beyonce and Coldplay and Bruno Mars had the halftime show. Well, at that same weekend or something for the Grammy, something like that, he did this whole thing with the prison thing. I remember with that. I said, "Oh, that's all right, good protest." So anyway, so I remember him from that. But I don't listen to his music enough like that. I'm more of a house kitty, house head, house music stuff like that. I get the throwbacks. I don't buy any new music. I don't have the time or the energy for that. I get a lot of stuff in Dimbaza, in South Africa. Well, so then I paid attention. I sort of halftime said, "Oh, this is good." The moment Uncle Samuel L. Jackson got there, I said, "Oh, this is interesting." And so I paid attention. I'm going, oh, I don't know nothing about the PlayStation or nothing like that because I'm not a gamer like that. But I'm just saying, oh, this is fantastic, And the man got a lot of energy running around. You say, oh, and he enunciates. Now, sister, now y'all, bro, you can understand. Enunciation is important. Enunciation is important. Anyway, so I like him because he enunciates. He's a rapper I can understand because he enunciates, right? Just like Tupac was a rapper I can understand because he enunciates, right? Anyway, so, but this whole thing, I didn't know anything about this. The Drake guy, I don't follow him. I don't listen to any of his music and nothing like that. So when this whole beefy thing happened, I don't know what's going on. I don't particularly, it's not my concern. I'm like Judge Joe Brown was saying, like, look, I don't pay no attention to that. Not my concern. They're not doing it. Well, so I understand what Judge Joe Brown is saying. I understand that. But I sort of have to pay attention to everything. Why? Because I'm a cultural revolutionary. Okay, let me say that again. In life, I'm an evolutionary. I'm an evolutionist. I evolve in real life. And if you're going to label me anything, I'm a nowist. I deal with the now. But in art, because I believe there's nothing new under the sun. Every art is just with a remix. I'm a revolutionary in art because like that. So that's what I do. Well, so I'm looking at. Then I started today. I went down this huge rabbit hole. I started listening to all of the responses because it's just like when Black Panther came out. They had all these mashups. Everybody was into it. It was fantastic. I mean, it was a great time. Unbelievable. And this time mirrors. It's interesting that SZA and Kendrick Lamar was in that Black Panther kind of talking about the first one, and now this is kind of interesting. Hey, they involved with two huge movements as far as black people are concerned. Now, Black Panther, the first thing everybody had their complaints. Look, Black Panther, it's just a love letter to Africa as far as people knew it, right? But this right here, this right here, what Kendrick Lamar did right here, and it's this thing. And the download was at the halftime show. I don't know if he stayed. I don't keep up on these things, but that was kind of interesting. Okay. So I went down this rabbit hole, and then I realized something. With this whole Drake thing, right? I said, because my whole thing is reparations. And number one, I don't care what it is. Reparations. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. No. We get reparations. We get the funds. We get and a bunch of other things, repair, all that stuff that the people talk about. You get that. That's what we want. That's number one. Don't want to hear no excuses. Don't hear about no money went to Ukraine or went to the Middle East. I don't care where the money. No, find it. You owe a debt. Pay the debt. Right. And then we get it. Then we have some funds. We got some. Then I can do my work, and people can do their work in Africa. You can run back and forth to Africa, wherever you want to run in the world, and start your business. But okay. Anyway, so I was looking at. So I have this whole thing about the colonizer. How they colonize everything. They especially we have settler colonies. Like Dr. John Hearn will tell you, but people understand, America is a settler colony. The settlers came in, they displaced or whatever they did to the indigenous people, and boop, then they say, hey, we're here, we own everything. The same thing happened with the Middle East. The same thing happened with South Africa and Zimbabwe and a bunch of other places. They come there and they say, "Oh no, we're indigenous to this area." Oh, you're indigenous when the country started, sure, but you're not autochthonous to the area. That's the point. Okay, I won't get into that right now. I did that enough. But I was thinking about Drake because he's from Canada. I like Canada. I've been to Canada. I know how people. I have friends in Canada. I spent many a winter in Montreal writing plays and stuff like that. Anyway, so I wrote there was a thing on I responded to a post because I respond a lot. When I respond, I just respond, right? So I was writing this response. Now to respond, I realized that now with the internet, whatever have you, what I do is I respond first. I write it in my notes, in the phone notes, right? Get everything right, review it and stuff like that. Then I post it up. Then I take it and I write it in my journal. Then I write it in my thingy here that I have. I'll show you. If I can read it from there. This is what I wrote. It's short. You'll see it. Here we go. Let me turn this thing around so everybody can see. Well, everybody who's gonna see this thing. Okay. So this is this is the thing I have right now, and I got this pad, and I got these nifty. Where they at? I don't know where they at. I got these nifty. They're colored things like that, right? And what I do is then I write the stuff on here. So let me read it from here if I can. Yeah, here it says that A Drake. There's the small A, like A minor. That A Drake really thinks this entire epoch of his wanderings from Canada and beyond really thinks this is about him? Nah, buddy. This is about a representative spawn demon seed of the colonial settlers. Your journey in tumbling defeat. Lick your wounds, go back to your masters and report. They of the warrior classes can never be defeated by the likes of y'all. American Africans to the right of them, Sahel Africans to the left of them. Game over. That's me, brother Circa. I like to say Circa sometimes. January, sometime in January, or rather February. I know exact date because I wrote it in my other thing. So anyway, so now you see those kind of things. See, here's my thing. When I hear these people responding, all kinds of people responding, and they're responding. They respond to what they know, what they think they know. But they're responding, and so basically they're responding, right? But my thing, if you're a historian, you have a thing, instead of because here a lot of people they come down, oh no, he should have did this, he should have that. Well, I'm a poet. I should say I'm a wordsmith. Let me say that. I'm a wordsmith, right? I'm also I've been in the struggle. I'm the black arts movement culture. I'm there. I've been involved in the thing since 1960, since I was 14 years old. And I've been through all this. I know all the people, and dealing with all the people. So if I'm going to respond, I can respond and give my analysis on the thing and like everybody else, that's fine. But I have to look at something else. I'm going like, what else is happening? Oh, Drake has been totally defeated, but this boy is going to still hang on. But what's he doing? Remember, he's still owned by Sony. He's owned by Sony. By the big boy, by the corporation. Now, Kendrick Lamar, he's his own owner. Even because of the way the Super Bowl is managed or whatever have you have to pay your own way, which means that they're not your bosses. So he can do whatever he wants. If Drake had to do the halftime, he couldn't do whatever he wants. He had to do whatever. Play your hits. Everybody's gonna be nice. Don't give no messages and all the rest of that stuff. So this is what's most important. But what I'm saying is that people like Drake, of that ilk, when you're beholden to a corporation, you got to pay. You got to do what the piper says. You got to report back to your masters. And basically, Kendrick Lamar's master is Compton, is the black community, if you will. You see, there's the difference. So and maybe they're telling him keep on going. When I make that line about nah, buddy, I mean him, Drake. Is about a representative spawn, the demon seed of the colonial settler. It means that he's a demon seed, just like in South Africa, the ANC let the DA, this coalition thing, and the DA is nothing but an extension of the Nationalist Party that was responsible for apartheid, and they basically let the demon seed into their party. So they're in big problems. They have big problems. If you let the demon seed by definition is going to grow. So people be looking for what tethers, and they be looking for what do you call that? What we used to call them, those agent provocateurs. I understand that, but it's like a parasite. You find the parasite is easy to locate. You got to find the eggs. You got to find the seed. I'm the rooter outer of the seeds, and there are people like me that know, because I've been so long. I mean, I know the fight. I mean, when I was doing emanations with Bernard White, whatever, we had this thing. We would find something, the new breaking news. We would deal with it, and as soon as the people picked it up, we go. We're looking for the next thing. We're looking for the seeds. That's what we do. That's how I'm trained. So I encourage everybody to talk about what you're doing, but more importantly, whoever you are, dig into whoever you are, find out what your essence is, what your strength is, and do your strength. You can be responding to everybody else, but there's also some other stuff in you that nobody can do, only you can do. You see, only you can do. So you have to, you should, put it that way, you should release, it's cathartic, to release, to release, to not test your power, but to release and do your power. Now this might not, this posting here, not a lot of people are going to see this, but for me, I'm going now I keep on, I'm in that momentum now, you see? So I'll keep on that. Every week I do a consaba, which is, I don't know if you know that form, it's Eugene B. Redmond invented that form. I do a consaba every week, and I have this situation now where I can perform it every Sunday in front of people who know nothing about it. And so I keep my thing going, And then when I respond, that's another form of writing. I don't get writer's block. I can't, because I'm always writing. So anyway, that's it. I was talking to Camille Yarborough right now, not y'all, but y'all can, look up Camille Yarborough. Look, iron pot cooker. Get whatever else she has out there. When I get to the States in May, June, I gotta find some books. I'm gonna do something. All right. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Be well.